Hey everybody, how you all doing? Bit of tech issues there. I almost played the intro again. So yeah, I had to stop it quick. It's like, oh no, we can't do that. Right. So let's get to it. So there's been a story circulating recently. Hello chat, by the way. How you all doing? Thank you to all the new subscribers and all that kind of thing. If you're new to the live streams, these things are just exactly like the morning walk videos. They're not scripted. It's just we're straight into it and we just get into it. Hello, everybody. Morning, Ribeye. How you doing? Hey, Stefan. How you doing, mate? Just have a look at the chat. Morning, everybody. Right, so I don't know if everybody's aware. Are you all aware of a story that's circulating at the minute about the Restore Britain councillors walking out of a debate regarding Reform UK trying to table a motion for a state of emergency within that area about illegal immigration? Is everybody aware? Are you aware of that situation? Not aware, right? Okay. So there is a story circulating that Restore Britain councillors walked out of a debate, like I've just said. So there's more to the story, and it becomes evident there's more to the story when you see who's actually pushing this. It did happen. Restore Britain councillors did walk out of the debate, but there's more to the story. It's not what's being pushed, put it that way, as I guessed. I waited to find out because I did a bit of research on it, because somebody in the comments of my video from this morning asked me this question. They're saying, what do you think about this? They said that I'm a Restore Britain supporter, but I'm a bit concerned about all of this. So I did a bit of digging about. I did a bit of digging about to find out what the situation was. You've heard about it, right? So you know I'm going to cover it. You probably know what I'm going to cover. Yeah, June Slater. I covered it a little bit on the channel yesterday as well, the breaking story. But we'll get to her in a minute, though. We'll see if she's on there, because these are the people that were pushing it, and they're, thanks, buddy. And what they were doing was, it's kind of lying by omission. So they weren't giving out the full story behind it, and I'm pretty sure they probably knew the full story. I'll go and see if I can find the June Slater story actually first before we do anything, because it'd be good to have her up first, because she obviously just did this without actually doing any research or knew what was going on, but just didn't care. Let's see if we can find June Slater. I think it's right. I know where to look for this. June Slater. Because we all know that June Slater is pretty much up Reform's arse on everything. So I'm just looking for this here. Let's look June Slater, Kent councillors. I want to get her on the show and show her saying what she's got to say. So I can find it. I had it yesterday, I just don't know where it is. Maybe she's deleted it. I don't know. Right, we'll go back to the story anyway, because we've got somebody here that was maybe she's found out the full story and thought, yeah, I better take that down. But we'll get into it. We'll look at the story first. Right, so this is, I'll just enlarge that a little bit so you can all read it. There we go. That's better. Right. So this is Jack Anderton, and he stated this. This is one of the people from yesterday that was breaking the story. Today, Restore Britain councillors walked out of a debate on illegal migration in Kent and refused to vote to declare a migration emergency. They walked out alongside Labour, Lib Dem and Green councillors. They are not serious about fixing Britain. Thing is, though, he forgot to admit to and talk about the reasons why. We get this up because this is the reason why. Here we go. I'm sure you can all read that. Right, so this is from Councillor Sarah Hudson. I think she's a Tory councillor. I think she is anyway. Anyway, she said this. A few minutes ago, the entire opposition at Kent County Council walked out of the chamber in protest at Reform Party UK, gagging of democracy. Now, this wasn't mentioned in June Slater's video from yesterday, was it? This wasn't mentioned in the previous tweet about what was actually going on. So this is what they said. Against advice and guidance of the Electoral Commission, independent constitutional barristers, and the Council's own monitoring officer, Reform UK insisted on tabling their motion declaring a migration emergency, even though the Council is within the purdah period when they are legally prohibited from debating issues which might influence the outcome of local elections presently taking place. Starts to make more sense now, doesn't it? The only way they could do this was by the chairman informing elected members that they were barred from criticising reform, make political points, or criticise the policy. So, in other words, this was just a political stunt, really. The opposition parties met at lunchtime and agreed that the rules of debate set out by reform-appointed chairman made it impossible to oppose, which is our job. So they couldn't scrutinise this policy that Reform UK was tabling. So they walked out and said, "No, we want to debate on this. We want to have our say," which is what democracy is all about. You might not agree with these parties, but that's what democracy is. Debate needs to take place. Reform, I mean, this was obviously just a stunt. So they could turn around and say, look, Restore Britain walked out on a debate about an illegal migration crisis. But they didn't go into the details as to why. This is just what Reform Party is about, isn't it? This sort of thing. So I'm just having a look. Yeah, this is what I was saying yesterday. June Slater has selective lecture syndrome. June Slater didn't make a video highlighting the fact that Nigel Farage wasn't present during the vote on jury trials. He didn't vote on that. He didn't think that everybody's right to a trial by jury of their peers, of 12 of their countrymen, was important enough to turn up and vote on. June Slater strangely absent from making a video about that. Why would that be? You know, if June Slater's fair and balanced, why not a video about that? Bit strange, isn't it? Yeah, Matt Good was. We'll have a look at that video in a bit, actually. Yeah, he was having a go at the younger members saying they've wrecked their career by backing Restore. And it's like, look who's talking. You've thrown your lot in with Restore, with Reform Britain. You know what? I'm not sure. I haven't looked into that, Steve. She's propaganda. She's a propaganda merchant. I've had plenty of run-ins with June Slater. I've made a few videos about her. Yeah. But yeah, that's the story. So So that's what. So the last bit reads: "This is a sad day for democracy, a sad day for good governance, and a sad day for Kent. An example of what Reform UK will be like in government." Can't argue with that, can you? Have a look at. Let's have a look at some stories that we've got on here. I wanted to cover that. I wanted to get that out of the way because. So now, when you see people bring up the fact and they're saying that Restore Britain walked out on the debate about illegal immigration, tell them, well, they had to because if they hadn't have done it, it might have caused a constitutional crisis, and it would have been against rules. The Electoral Commission stepped in and said this can't take place. Yep. Let's go and take a look and see what else we've got brewing on here. I've got to be really careful what I show on the channel at the minute. There's so much I want to show, but I can't because I know I'd have to go and say things that would probably get me into trouble. But there you go. So I'm sorry, it's dead air. I'm just looking at the thing to see if I can actually put any of this on here. Bloody hell. Right. Oh, this is it. We've got June Slater on here. Thank you. It's on the Based and Bougie channel. So we'll go and take a look at what June Slater actually said now, actually, on that. Because now she sounds like an absolute clown. I thought I'd find it. I found it. Right. Let's do that. There we go.
Does come with statutory powers, and as we know with COVID, that can make a hell of a difference with what you can do. But the other parties in Kent, the Lib Dems, the Labour Party and the Tories, decided to walk out on the motion in protest. But so did the Rupert Lowe Party members.
Yeah, they weren't walking out on the motion in protest. They were walking out because they couldn't have a debate on it. Democracy couldn't be served because they weren't allowed to debate on it. Yeah, Reform Party could table a motion, but as was stated, the chairman came out appointed by Reform UK and told them they couldn't criticise Reform UK on their policy because it would be against electoral rules. So they all walked out. That's what happened. Debate wasn't being allowed, so they all walked out. And you can kind of understand why in that situation. It was just a political stunt, wasn't it?
The 7 who defected to Restore Britain, they also walked out and sided with the Tories, the Labour Party and the Lib Dems. Now, what does that tell you about fighting for your country? Is it more...
I know what it tells me about you, June, that you're not presenting the full facts and that you're being dishonest about this. Because I'm pretty sure that somebody of your stature wouldn't have known the full story without going public with it. But you're trying to skewer it a certain way. So it paints Restore Britain in a bad light and paints Reform Britain in the best light possible when the opposite is true. Just pure propaganda on your part.
More important to them to just go against anything Reform tries to do?
Well, they couldn't go against it because they couldn't have a debate. They were forced to listen to a policy that they couldn't scrutinise. It might have been an absolute poor, shitty policy for all we know, and nobody would be able to debate it or scrutinise it. So that's why they all walked out.
Or, you know, how can you side? How can you bang on about immigration for months and months, and then when there's an opportunity to gain immense publicity from it and show the nation what you would do as a government, you walk out in protest with all the parties, the Lib Dems, the Labour and the Tory party, who have done absolutely nothing to stop immigration over this last 14 years. What does that tell you about fighting for your country?
It tells me more about you than it does about Restore Britain. It tells me that you are just propaganda, pure propaganda at this point. And there is literally no level that you will stoop to push reform forward and try and smear Restore Britain. That's the only thing that I've learned from this. Nothing about anything else. You've just told everybody everything about yourself in this situation. There you go. Any political party that lies cannot be trusted. Rupert Lowe has lied about nothing. Enough said. He hasn't lied at all. They just walked out because they weren't allowed to have a debate on a policy that Restore was pushing forward. And that did it deliberately, by the way. They did this deliberately. So they knew people couldn't have a debate on it. So if people did walk out, they could just say, look, they don't really want to fight for immigration or illegal immigration, stop it. That's what it was all about political collateral, wasn't it? Hello. I'm fed up with old people like June who care about being smug, their own opinions and sense of feeling right than actually building and coming together. Make paths, not division. She's compromised though. June Slater is compromised. Look at her face. That's never going to go away, that is it? At all. I'm still voting Rupert Lowe, but I don't care. But I don't want Tommy anywhere near Restore Britain. He's not on our side. He said us whites are not Britain. Well, yeah, he did actually say that. That is true. This is what I imagine all Farage fans look like. Yeah. I bet she's regretting ever making that video now because she's just going to make herself look silly by leaving that up. But for those that have just arrived, I'll show you the actual explanation. So as you've seen from that video, people have been suggesting wrongfully. I'll stop sharing that now. I'll bring this up. So people have been suggesting wrongfully that Restore Britain aren't serious about illegal immigration and immigration in general. But yeah, it's just lying by omitting the truth, isn't it? That's all it is with these people. Right. So we'll go through the explanation again. I think it's best talk about again. So this is Councillor Sarah Hudson. I think she's a Tory councillor. She says this: a few minutes ago, the entire opposition Kent County Council walked out of the chamber in protest at Reform Party UK gagging of democracy. Against advice and guidance of the Electoral Commission, independent constitutional barristers and the council's own monitoring officer, Reform UK insisted on tabling their motion declaring a migration emergency, even though the council is with the PERDA, whatever that is, PERDA, I don't know how you pronounce that, PERDA, period, when they are legally prohibited from debating issues which might influence the outcome of local elections presently taking place. The only way they could do this was by the chairman informing elected members that they were barred from criticising reform, making political points or criticise the policy, which is kind of what the county council is supposed to do. If a group tables a policy, then it has to be scrutinised. It's the same in Parliament. It has to be scrutinised. It has to be debated upon. And that's what wasn't being allowed to do. The opposition parties met at lunchtime and agreed that the rules of debate set by a reform appointed chairman made it impossible to oppose, which is our job. It is. It's their job to go into that county council and scrutinise the policies that are being tabled. If they can't do that, then they've got every right to walk out. You may not like the parties, you may not like Tory, Labour, the Greens, Liberal Democrats, even Restore Britain walked out. But it's about democracy, isn't it? It's about democracy, it's about debate in that circumstance. And this was just a political stunt by Reform UK. And they knew full well that if people walked out, they could just use that as political collateral against them, saying, well, they're not really interested in migration, declaring a migration emergency. But there's more to the story, wasn't there? It goes on to say this is a sad day for democracy, a sad day for good governance, and a sad day for Kent, an example of what Reform UK will be like in government. So, as always, there's more to the story than was being let on there, isn't there? So, yeah. Well, the thing is, Nigel Farage came out in an interview and said that Reform UK aren't an anti-immigration party, didn't they? So what are they then? Are they pro-immigration in the country in its current state? Like we need more immigration? Because that's not going to go down very well, is it? June Slater has just embarrassed herself big time. Yeah, she has. She constantly does it. The amount of times I've called June Slater out in making embarrassing, stupid comments, I've lost count. June Slater replied to my comment, "That's so silly. Restore are only popular online, particularly Twitter X, where I suspect Musk gives an oh my God, spoken like a true propagandist, doesn't she, June Slater? Wow." Well, they got another 600 in Kent yesterday. Yeah. So look, right. So I was only like coming on to do this story. I was going to do it in like a video form. I'm not going to drop the link today to have people come into the live stream. I want to keep it short and sweet. But we'll have a look if there's any more stories on here. This is Based and Bougie. She's very advanced UK, by the way. Here we go. It was a bullshit political stunt by Reform, nothing more. I don't even know what you're clipping from. What the subject? Weak source will be ignored. Yep, there's Dino Bain saying that. This has already been dealt with and debunked. There we go. Can we know what the debunk is for people who are late to this? You know, you're supposed to be a reporter. You're supposed to investigate this before you go and run with it, aren't you, really? You should know all the facts about all of this, or at least be trying to find out. The incident you're referring to is the recent stunt at the Kent County Council, where Reform UK councillors pushed a motion to declare a state of emergency over illegal channel crossings and mass immigration. The Restore Britain councillors, the 7 who defected or aligned with Rupert Lowe's new outfit, did not vote against the motion's substance. They walked out alongside the entire opposition Labour in protest over Reform's blatant procedural bullying. Reform ignored the council officers' ruling and electoral rules on how the motion should be handled. It was a deliberate PR ambush for headlines, not genuine governance. The Restore group walked out to uphold proper procedure and avoid legitimising reform's cowboy tactics. They weren't opposing the anti-immigration principle, they were refusing to play along with reform's ego-driven games that risk derailing serious opposition to the invasion. This is why June Slater's video and posts are misleading or outright wrong. She's spinning it as Restore not backing the motion to smear them and prop up Reform as the only game in town. In reality, it's Reform acting like petulant children, forcing a walkout that makes them look amateurish, while Restore shows spine in sticking to rules, even when it means short-term optics loss. Restore isn't here to split votes for fun. It's building a harder line alternative because Reform has softened, taken on ex-Tory establishment figureheads, and prioritised headlines over real change. The only solution nonsense is Reform fanboy cope. Restore is the sharper tool for actually restoring Britain, not cosplaying opposition while Labour floods the country. Slater's drama is just infighting noise from someone who's latched onto Reform like it's the last lifeboat. We need unity against Labour and the invaders, but not at the cost of diluting principles. Restore walked out to protect integrity. Debunked. There you go. So they walked out of a council meeting aimed at solving the bigger issue the UK is facing right now, mass immigration, because of bullying. Okay, do you have details of the type of bullying tactics that took place and what electorals? Do your own research. Do your own research. Why? You're supposed to be a journalist. You were supposed to be a journalist. You should have known this before you ran with the story and made yourself look like an idiot. Wow. Also, generally curiosity, didn't you guys laugh at Zaya when he left, when he felt bullied? Talk about, oh, I'm wrong about this, but now let's look at this situation over here. Wow. I have my reservations on Reform and Zaya Youssef, I'm curious because I thought bullying was an unserious excuse not to engage in politics. Well, here's the thing, right? Look at what Reform did to Rupert Lowe. What did they do to him? All the charges on him have been dropped, by the way, of him making supposed dangerous and threatening threats towards Zaya Youssef. They've all been dropped now, by the way, by the police. There's no substance to them whatsoever. But look at what they did to Rupert Lowe. They smeared him. They insinuated he had dementia. They set the police on him. They made out that he'd been bullying his staff in his office, which he hadn't been doing. All dirty tactics against him. We can clearly see which side these people are on, can't we? All that's about. But there you go. That's what it was all about. So once again, to pardon the pun, Rupert Lowe, Restore Britain, vindicated again, aren't they? Thanks, buddy. I really appreciate that. Have an almost meaningless amount of money, 10k. Here we come. Never Nigel. Thanks, buddy. I really appreciate that. Thank you very much. But yeah, vindicated. The naysayers say that Rupert is only after revenge on libel. I think Rupert Lowe is way more mature than that lot. But I think if you want to look at who's out for revenge against Nigel Farage and who set their party up for revenge, you've only got to look at Ben Habib. That was all about revenge. Advance UK has no substance whatsoever. They'll tank. They're gonna. I believe, what was it yesterday, that the directors in Wales resigned. It's all falling apart for them over there. Pretty soon they're going to fold, they're going to liquidate, and they're not going to be around anymore. Then all those people that got behind Advance UK, if not already, they will be behind Restore Britain. And before long, all the people that got behind Reform UK will be behind Restore Britain, because they will be the only option left on the table to save this country. They are the only option on the table to save this country. That they are. They're the only option left. Reform is in the way. See you later, buddy. Thank you for coming and watching. Really appreciate it. Well, there you go. Let's talk about this as well. Let's talk about this a little bit as well, right? All the people, I've talked about this in my morning walk with this morning, but I've got to keep repeating it so people understand, right? They keep saying that, oh, the right needs to unite. It is united. The right is united. It's united behind Rupert Lowe and Restore Britain. The issue is people keep thinking that the people in the centre right, keep thinking that they're the right wing. They're not. They're not. They're a completely separate entity to us. They're separate to us, and they're the ones that aren't united because they're the ones fighting among themselves for power. You've got parties like UKIP, Advance UK, all in the centre, Reform, all in the centre, fighting over power. They're nothing to do with us. They're nothing to do with us. We are the true right wing. I'm proudly on the right wing of politics. That's where I am. And we are united. We are united behind Rupert Lowe, because I think everybody knows now that he is the only option. Thanks, buddy. Thanks a lot. It is. It's the only option. Restore the only option. Can't class Reform and Advance as right. You can't. I would say that Reform is barely on the right. It's just teetering over the edge of being centre. It's been dead centre, in my opinion. Thank you, Vin Chat. Enjoy the rest of your day, everyone. Stay safe, stay strong. Thank you, Spawn. Hello from the Peak District in Derbyshire, England. Thank you for coming along on the ride. Only one right-wing party you can't split the voting Restore. Yeah. There is no split. During the Brexit debates, Farage said he wanted more Commonwealth immigration instead of European immigration. Yes. And has anybody seen the video of Farage's face when he found out that Brexit vote had gone through and it was to leave the European Union? Let's just say it wasn't a face of a man that had won. He was shocked. Not in a good way, in a way that he was thinking, oh God, what have I done? I don't think he truly believed that people would vote to leave the European Union. Oh, you're near the peaks, Finn. No wonder you have loads of wild camping opportunities. Yep. Peak District, about 15 minutes away from the Peak District. It's awesome. I love it out here. Getting out in the countryside. It's brilliant. Just because he wasn't going to get his pension, was he? Yeah. I want to thank Paul Morris as well. Apparently, I should have thanked Paul Morris as well yesterday. Paul Morris gave this channel a shout out as well. One thing I want to do, I want to pay that forward. There's some people that I want to mention that you should go and subscribe to. One of them is Blueprint UK. Go and subscribe to him. Blueprint UK is a great YouTuber. Go and follow him. We need to grow these new channels. We don't need any more gatekeepers. We need to be encouraging and nurturing new up-and-coming channels to push forward and grow and become like ours. That's what we need to do. So that's the Blueprint UK. Go and check him out. He's an awesome YouTuber. Another guy, my long-term friend, Tom 00 News. Go subscribe to Tom 00 News on YouTube. He's an amazing guy. Really, just says it how it is. He's like me. He just says it how it is. He doesn't care who he offends. He just says it how it is. And if you like it, you don't. And if you do like it, you do, sort of thing. Brilliant guy. Paul Morris. He's only got 5,000 subscribers. We need to get him up to 8,000 subscribers as well, because he does fantastic work as well. But yeah, pay it forward. That's what we've got to do. No more gatekeepers. We've got to encourage the next generation of YouTube channels, political commentators, to come up and, you know, do their thing. That's what we need to do. Nice one. It's a toss-up between Loudmouth Phillips and Love Struck Slater as to whose tongue is further up. Yeah, I can't repeat that, but I totally agree. Build a net, yeah. There is an alliance forming in the background. There's an alliance of channels forming in the background as well. We've got back channel links to one another to tell people of threats or anything like that. So we are growing in size. We're a formidable force, not something you particularly want to mess with, put it that way. Let's look at some of these comments. Hello, good man. Well done getting over the 8K. People know the truth and will all think and feel the same. Great work. Stay safe, brother. I will do. Thank you for that. Brilliant. This is Tom's channel. Go subscribe to him. He's a great YouTuber. He had a channel that was at 20,000 subscribers, but sadly he got that quarantined during the COVID period when he was speaking out against all the unjust things that he was done. What? Whoa, what's that? Then Rupert's called out for Khan to be jailed over millions going missing. Wow. That's another breaking story then, isn't it? I can't see Sadiq Khan being Mayor of London for much longer. I really can't. And we need I know we need a patriot in there. We could have done with Ant Middleton being in charge of London. But the sad reality of London is it's too far gone. We just don't have the numbers. We don't have the numbers to get the people we need into power, because the Muslim bloc vote in London is massive. Absolutely massive. It's bigger than what we saw in Denton. It's huge. Hey, Annie, how you doing? Annie's a long-time subscriber. How you doing, Annie? Hey, Vin, chat. Good to see you, Annie. Yes, proof as well. Lots of it. Wow. Hopefully this will force out Sadiq Khan. You see, this is what I mean about Rupert Lowe. What's he constantly doing? He's constantly fighting back against these people. What do you see Farage doing? What do you see Tice doing? What do you see Zaya Youssef doing? What do you see any of these people actually doing for our country? They do nothing. They're doing nothing at all. This is what they should be doing. But they don't. They don't at all. All we see is Rupert holding the government to account in committees, in the House of Commons committees. He held the Treasury to account. He held the Ministry of Defence to account. He's going in there and attacking them and holding them account. And we can see him doing it. That's why people have faith in him. We can see him doing his job, can't we? He's a hard worker. He wants his country back. He loves this country. And I can't wait for him to be Prime Minister. I can't wait for him to be Prime Minister. I really can't. Probably, buddy. Rupert has been catching lots of them, and he will take action for sure. Yeah, it's a big message out and a big warning out to these people right now who are abusing their powers. who are suppressing the people. I'm talking about the police, the judiciary. If you're abusing your power right now, you're drunk on power. And this is the thing with these people. They never think it's going to end. They never think the reign is going to come to an end. And when it does, they find themselves on the opposite side of that table. I can imagine in the coming years that there are going to be lots of police on the opposite side of that interview table when they've been arrested, when they've had their doors kicked in by the new police that's been restored by the veterans. There'll be, because that's what we need. The majority of the police should be veterans that love their country, that stand for their country, but still police fairly without fear or favour. That's all we're asking for. I could just imagine these people having, getting their doors kicked in for abuse of power or for malfeasance in office whilst they were doing it. Inspectors, chief inspectors, even the boots on the ground PCs. It's coming. We're going to demand it. We're going to demand that these people be held to account, and the judges. All these activist judges, they need to spend time in prison, especially the ones that allowed Peter Lynch to be put in prison and for his life to be taken. Because I don't believe Peter Lynch, well, I know he took his own life, but he was forced into it. He should never have been in prison. That's what I want to happen. I want all these people held to account. He's already said that he's gonna open up an investigation into the whole COVID thing. That is going to blow the lid off of that. There needs to be a massive purge through all of our institutions of Marxists. I talked about this in my morning walk video. The boot of Marxism has been on the throat of our people for far too long, and it needs to be gone. Bit of a rant. Bit of a rant there, but it's a good rant. It needs to happen. Just looking at some of the chat. Labour councillors are defecting to reform and Greece, so this is a Fabian classic. Oh yeah, they've been infiltrated. There's already been instances of people from the Fabian Society defecting to reform. They're done. They're compromised. They were always compromised. The minute Nigel Farage took control of Reform UK, it was compromised. That's the one. Get out, lad. It's good for you. It is. It really is good for you. They're terrified. They're terrified because they know we're coming. We're coming, and they need to expect us. That's the message. There's no escape. They can't run. They can't hide. The people that have been abusing power all through this Starmer regime, they will face justice. We will make sure they face justice. Yeah, of course you can, buddy. You come on in. I'll drop the link. I'm not staying on too long, though, because I'm burning myself out. Come on, Dino. Come on in, buddy. Links in the chat. I'll drop it again just in case you missed it. There we go. Links in the chat again. Links in the chat, buddy. I'll drop it again because the chat's going pretty fast. Drop it again. There we go. Is he coming in? I've dropped the link. So look at this. We'll have some comments while waiting for it to come in. The Fabian Society formed the Labour Party and Reform are part of the Fabian Society. Oh, yeah. these morning streams are great from Alvin. It's so nice to talk with other patriots to get the day rolling with motivation. It is. Every now and again, I like to drop. If your plan worked, it did. It's good to motivate people, to give people hope, because that's what we need to do. There's a lot of people out there that are disillusioned at the minute, and you guys play your part in spreading the word, in sharing the content, liking the video, leaving a comment, because it all helps to promote the video and get it out there to people so others can see it, and it gets shared by other people and other people. That's what needs to happen. But what needs to happen, I would suggest, these Unite the Kingdom marches are all well and good, but for me, protests need to take place in all towns and cities. And instead of protesting an empty building on a Saturday and having a party, how about we have Restore Britain stalls outside outside town halls, in town centres? That's what we really need to do, isn't it? I don't see what these Unite the Kingdom marches are going to achieve anymore. They don't achieve really anything, and nobody capitalises on the momentum. After once they've been had, they just dissipate and it's done. It's gone. How you doing? How you doing, mate?
All right, bud. How you doing?
How you doing, mate?
I'm all right. Actually, I'm all right. I've had some wild fucking videos recently. Amazing shit, actually. People don't realize when it comes to reaction videos, that's not like something I need to really try to do. I just use other people's words, and it's thrown back at them, and it's a holiday for me. The hard stuff is disseminating truth. And I was just saying in my previous videos, when it comes to like the Iran war and stuff like this, there's a lot of truth out there that people really don't want to accept, and it's so fucking disappointing. I feel like I'm already at stage one again, even though I've tried to push people along further and further when it comes to Nigel Farage. As soon as I talked about Tommy Robinson or the Iran war, like, people immediately regress to stage one. Like, how dare you say that? I just can't. I'm fucking tired. Do you understand how tired? Vindicator just said he needed a fucking holiday. He needed some time off. I feel the same. I'm so tired, guys. I'm so tired of trying to like explain to people. Not everything the mainstream media tells you is true. And actually, like the MOD released a statement saying that the missile didn't come from Iran, and the attack on the base in the Diego Garcia. Do you think that really came? I can't be asked for this. Like, guys, wake up. What's going on, really? Why is my video, my last video, why did that get destroyed? Like, why is there no views on that video now? No comments on my pinned comment? Like, do you understand what's going on?
That's why, mate.
But I think there's a lot of people out there that don't understand that a lot of people lie, right? And I don't do that. But a lot of people do. Like, they just lie for no reason. Well, I mean, they've obviously got reasons. But do you understand? People lie all the time. Governments lie.
They're all in Westminster, right? We've had it for years, haven't we? You know, it's time we sort of said, hold on, we've had enough. We've been sort of we've been treated like mushrooms for years, you know. And what happens with mushrooms when they're left in the dark?
I feel sorry for Vindicator, because he was subjected to something that he knew nothing about, and that's YouTube standards. And
I feel sorry for you and all, mate.
I think Vindicator needs to jump into this, because every time I jump on his channel, I always hijack it, or that's what people say. And if that's true, it's true.
No, it's not. It's not at all, mate. Right. I'm always.
I think we've all got a lot to say, mate. Don't worry about that.
I think me and you last year, we took a large brunt of the pushback from Reform Party, because we were both really kicking Nigel Farage in the balls, weren't we? We were like, this is just a load of bollocks what he's talking about. And we just got a lot of pushback from that. We paved the way. We paved the way.
Look at his face.
To have that conversation. Yeah. Look at his face.
Trouble is, we all know, ever since Brexit, guys, sorry to butt in, Vinny, ever since Brexit, we've all had sunshine blown up their backsides, and, we all thought the flowers were going to come up, didn't we, after Brexit? And we're still here 11 years later, and it's just mental, isn't it,
They never wanted Brexit. That's the issue. They never wanted it. And they should...
They've demoralised us for years, haven't they? Mentally, financially, morally. They've just sucked the life out of everybody, haven't they? It's been very demoralising. I mean, I'm a veteran. I was a Royal Marine at 21 and a Rough Regiment Gunner at 28.
What's this?
The only thing
you're allowed to talk about politics then, according to a certain guy with fucking janky teeth that he replaced. Anyone else, they're not allowed to talk about politics. So we just need to, apart from Vindicator, he's been in the... By the way, I was in the Navy for 6 months, by the way. I did complete basic training, and I thought it was boring as fuck afterwards, to the point where I actually left. So I did do a little bit. I haven't seen service like you guys. I haven't done anything. I just realized this is not for me. So but you guys have seen service, you've done your stuff, right? Anyone else is not allowed to talk about anything. You guys have the platform. You guys can only talk about things.
We do. There's a lot of people that boast have never done fuck all anyway, as you know. But people, I think the trouble is we was all forced into denial. And when we came out, the cost of living was 3 times as expensive, and none of us could manage, to be honest. I was homeless years ago, and I just struggled.
So, I just want to address this comment, right? Grifter United subdivision didn't realise that you was playing today. Ha ha ha. Make sure you don't receive any red cards today.
There's nothing there.
Well, I'm going to behave myself.
There's nothing there, Vin. There's nothing there. There's no criticism or subjective truth. There's just it's just gaslighting, threats. It's just fucking garbage. All of these people, I've said this many times on my channel, right? We're going to see the nasty tactics. We're going to see the very leftist arguments and the way that they deal with, like, think about everything we've seen when it comes to BLM, when it comes to Antifa. Yeah. These are the people that we're dealing with now. Targeting us, right? We're going to see these tactics. We don't use these tactics because we're fucking English.
Yeah, but the thing is, Dino, a lot of these people that are slating us don't even bloody vote.
Mate, you don't know that. You don't know that. But what I do know is they use the tactics of the left. I know that they do that. That's 100%. I don't know whether they vote or not, right? I can't say that, but they definitely use the tactics of the left. 100%. I've seen it on my channel. I've seen Vindicator have those things aimed at him. I've seen it on so many other channels. And by the way, right, if you look at these other channels that suddenly decide that me, right, I'm the enemy, or Vindicator's the enemy, or Gobster is the enemy, or Paul Morris is the enemy, well, where are they coming from? What are they saying? What do they support? And if they sit on the fence, like a certain fucking YouTuber I know, just puts that fence all the way up his fucking jacksie, then where is he coming from? Because apparently he holds his cards very close to his chest. So as a person that's out there talking about stuff, I think that you should actually not do that. You should be an honest person that really just tells people exactly what you think.
You've got to be honest. You've got to be honest, but you've also got to be not get sucked into argument and unfriendly debate. It's just not worth it.
I love arguments. I love arguments. I love them.
Oh, by the way, I
fucking love them.
The whole debate that got the channel The Strike is now up on Rumble, by the way. You can go and watch it in its entirety. It's on Rumble, so you can go and watch that. Yeah.
I don't think I said anything bad, by the way. Just because I talked about some. No, it's okay.
No,
just because I talked about someone's bias, I don't think that's a bad thing. And I lost my temper a couple of times because I'm dealing with morons, and that is one of the most frustrating things for me. like dealing with absolute fucking retards. Like I struggle with that. I really do.
People don't see it like we do they? They can't
No,
see
it's
it.
not
Mate.
just that. No, I'll admit that I might be wrong sometimes.
Well,
But it's
we'll get that.
retardation. It's retardation. It's like people that think that they're there's a word for a phrase for this. What is it? The something effect. What's the word?
Streisand effect. Streisand
No,
effect.
not Streisand. It's when you believe that you're correct and you talk from a authority where you always believe that you're correct, but you're actually a retard. Dunning-Kruger effect. That's it. So when I'm confronted with this, I feel very frustrated. I feel very depressed.
Yeah, you will be, mate. The trouble is, a lot of people are on here, and a lot of people want to get on here, and they want to have their debate, and they want to have it their way, and they want to be at the top. And it's like they don't really respect anybody else's lips, do they? So that's why I'm grateful to let me on here, guys. I really appreciate you being here. It's nice to actually talk to you, Dino, instead of just texting, because you do tend to wonder whether it's real, don't you?
I don't mind about that. Whatever. Fuck it, I can't read. That guy got it right. Like the Dunning-Kruger effect, where you actually genuinely believe that you're speaking from truth, but you are actually speaking from an area of ignorance that everyone else can see, and it's like really prevalent.
Yeah, it's frustrating, isn't it? It is.
Yeah, June Slater is a prime example of it. June Slater, she's a prime example of it when she's talking about it.
I haven't done a video on June Slater because I've been trying to hold off from critical analysis for a while because I've done a lot of it recently. I've went through the entire Tommy crowd, but I guess I need to go to the satellites now, like the Timu Ross Kemp. What's he called?
Liam Tufts.
No, is it Tiff something?
Tufts.
Liam Tufts.
Yeah. Liam Tufts, yeah. So him, and there's a few other people, like you said, the woman. I forgot her name. I don't know these people. I've never fucking watched them, but it's been brought to my attention recently that they've been talking shit. So, okay, maybe wait a few weeks, then go after them as well. I don't mean go after them in like a literal sense. I mean just like show what they say and then critically analyze that and then say how retarded they are.
A wonderful roundabout of life. Yeah.
Shill Mitchell.
Shill Mitchell, yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean it's a funny old world at the minute. I think everybody's so desperate to get the message across and get it done, and nobody's got any patience. I think everybody wants it sort of doing now, and we've still got 3 years to go, and we've got the elections in May, which is a blessing. But I just think to throw us all under the bus with Brexit and all the rest of it, I mean, it's just crazy. It really is. So,
Chappie, I've never seen you before. I have no idea who you are or anything. So I'm going to give you some litmus tests, if that's okay.
Yeah, of course it is, mate. Yeah, I'm just a civvy now, just getting on with life, I watch you guys a lot, watched Vinny a lot and all the rest of it. So yeah.
Don't say anything that is controversial. But what do you think about Islamization of the UK? What do you think about the Zionization of the UK?
I think it's illegal. I think it's unlawful. I think it's disrespectful to the nation and the people.
Which one? All of them, or both of them, or one, or two, or?
I think if elements of Islamisation and Israelization,
Zion.
I think they've both got. Yeah, I think they've both got extreme elements. Even Christianity's got extreme elements. It's
agreed. Yeah, agreed.
It's just. I find it, it's a big pill to swallow because as soon as you say something, it's not racist, love everybody, but there comes a time when you can only take. You can only be so generous.
Are you a Zionist? Wait. Before you answer that, chat, are you an Islamist?
No.
Are you a Zionist?
No. I'm English.
And there we go.
Yeah.
Fucking done.
The thing is, This is
this
what I want to bring up. This is what I find interesting about what they say. They say they support an Israeli state, right? But that's the government. Are they talking about the government? Or are they talking about the people? Because they never make that distinction. When you talk about a British state, you're talking about the government. You're not talking about the people of the country. So when they say, I support an Israeli state, okay, you support the government, because the government is as dodgy as hell. I'm not talking about the people. The Israeli government is as dodgy as hell. They've got their fingers in many pies that are dodgy. Every government does. Every government around the world, you can't trust them because you can bet your bottom dollar they're either spying on you or they're plotting against you at some point. They're all doing it. Every single one of them.
I have a video.
The wonderful world of antisocial paranoid media.
I have a video of a Jewish guy, and he's outside of. Well, he's on the banks of the Thames, and he's looking at the bridge, the London Bridge, right? And he's saying literally what you just said. Like, Zionism is not Judaism. It's got nothing to do with Jews. Like, the group of Jews that exist in this world do not inherently relate themselves to Zionism. And by criticizing an extreme ideology like Zionism is not the same as criticizing Jews. And that's important for everyone to realize, because it really is just an extreme element of their religion, their ideology, right? And it's the same as saying, if you criticize Islamism, you're criticizing all of Muslims. You're not doing that. You're criticizing Islamism. Okay, so we need to understand, when someone says they're a Zionist, you need to step back and go, well, what does that mean? And what do you represent? If you're Tommy Robinson and constantly saying you're a Zionist, then maybe you're not, you don't, or maybe you don't have the British interests at heart. Maybe you've got a different ideology at heart first, a different culture.
You see, this is what people don't understand.
A different country.
Because
exactly. I mean, I fought for this country, and so did millions of other men and women, and we sort of came home. I remember came home after the Gulf, and I was walking down the street, and I was seeing these Mohammedans, what Graham calls them, and I was seeing them, and I was looking. There was a lot of, I'm not stepping aside, mate. I'm sorry, but I'm not moving aside, and that was a bit. I was like very direct because I was still serving. Yeah.
Vindicator, if you give me 1 second, I'm gonna put a post on my YouTube socials and invite everyone to the stream. If you want to keep it going for a little bit longer, if that's okay.
My issue is, right, people don't understand this, that there are the Zionist lobby as well as the Islamist lobby that are lobbying our government, that are getting involved in the lawmaking process in our government. And I don't want any foreign interests interfering in our democratic process. I want them out. It's like, we should be making the decisions for our own country. Fair enough. If you want special measures in this country, go to your own countries and get them. You don't need them here. We like people keep saying, England for the English. That's how it should be. Welsh for the Welsh, Scottish for the Scottish.
Exactly, mate. I mean, I love everybody. I've got Muslim friends, I've got Jewish friends, I've got Christian friends, and I've seen the real people. And I've seen the what do you call the radicals, or the oh dear, what was I going to say? What Dino said earlier. The
don't worry about that.
No, you know what I mean. There's another word for it, isn't there? But the ones that are out, a bit too far gone. You know what I mean? But it's a sad fact, really, because there's a heck of a lot of us that really, really want to, stand up and save the country. But we all want peace, mate. None of us want to go out blooming banging heads and all the rest of it. We just want it peacefully. We want it sorted out democratically.
I think everybody in this chat here, right? We all deal with people on a case-by-case basis, but when we look at groups of people that are directly trying to influence our government in certain ways, then we've got an issue with it. It's like, I've got an issue if Islamists are doing it. I've got an issue if Zionists are doing it. Yeah. I don't want them interfering in my way of life. It's like... Yeah,
well, I mean, at the end of the day, Vinny, you're spot on, mate. I mean, it's England. They should never be in the place in the first place. They should never be there.
Like,
it's totally against the Constitution and everything.
It's like
it goes way further
about the Act of Settlement. About the Act of Settlement, It's like that's a settlement forbid foreign interference in our government. They shouldn't be in there. The Constitution is a solution. We need to implement that.
It
solves all the problems.
Dead right, mate. And we've just got all we've got to do is say, look, you know, we're English. We have a Bill of Rights. We have laws. You know, stop trying to fill us with the wrong information and the wrong so-called legal laws, which are not legal. They're all illegal and they're all wrong. I think a lot of them are anyway. I think a lot of it's all made up to control us.
Do you know why I think that YouTube has never been replicated in the Western world? I mean, you know why, but I think, well, we all know why. But what I think is going to be different is if Restore Britain, right? Look, like Rupert Law might not be the savior. I'm saying that right now. He might not be. No. He might not be, right? Okay, so listen to what I'm saying. But if he is, if he's like the guy that we can trust and we put our votes towards, and then he tries to get this country back, and he doesn't die or suicide himself, right?
Well, I just hope
if that doesn't happen, then we will have a new YouTube that will be set up. Like we'll have a new platform that we can talk on, and it will be massive because it won't be suppressed. So Rumble and all these other platforms that people go on. I've been on Rumble for what, 3 years, 4 years? I've got 250 subscribers.
Yeah, it's not on that. I was on it for a bit, but I struggled to get on it. I don't know what's going on. I think they was updating it or redoing it or something. So I don't know.
That's not the point, right? The point is that I think there's a reason that all of these other platforms exist, and it's because when someone gets blackmailed or outcast from YouTube, that's their only response. It's to go to the other controlled platform. It's not controlled, by the way. It's not controlled.
Of course it's not.
But it might be.
Everybody knows what's going on. They ain't stupid enough. They got on everybody, everything.
I think that there's probably multiple layers of control. There's not just one platform, right? Rumble, I don't think it is the platform of free speech. I think it's the platform of the people that have been banned from the main one. That the people in power, they don't want to have they don't want to give a voice to, and that's why I've always resisted saying, "Hey, everyone, come to Rumble." I find that, and by the way, Vindicator, this is not an attack on you because you were stressing the fuck out. I've been there, right?
You both had some crap, didn't you? You both had some crap, really, haven't you?
I'll be honest with you, places like Rumble, they're not a place that you go and stay on. They're like a rallying point where you can like say, "This is where I am. If you want to find me, this is where I am." And then when you do eventually get a chance to rebuild the YouTube channel, that's where you go back to, isn't it? But by the way, I want to bring this up as well, right? This is probably something everybody should consider that's got a YouTube channel. If you're going to make a second account, do it before you get a strike, because now they're doing it by IP. So if your IP flags up, they won't allow you to make a second account. So
that's good.
It doesn't matter how many different emails you use; they'll go on your IP address now. So
I'll be honest, they don't really need that because when you register the account, you've got to give them your ID anyway. So
well, if someone wants to find you, they'll find you. I mean, you know, it's not difficult to find somebody, is it?
But I mean, everyone talks about digital ID. Everyone talks about digital ID, but YouTubers like me and Vindicator, we've already gave away our fucking soul when it comes to YouTube. Like we've shown them exactly. We've shown them like our ID. They know exactly who we are. If they want to dox us, they could do it very easily. So we're like
that's wrong, because I mean, I'll look at it this way. It doesn't matter what. Just let me just say this, right? It doesn't matter what platform you're on. Everybody that's listening, right? If you're not going to speak to somebody face to face, the way you speak to people on here, don't do it. Just be nice or leave. That's all I've got to say. Because if they talk to people the way they talk to people on here, sometimes they'll be like,
dude, no, no, fuck it. Let them be unpleasant, but then they'll get banned. Fuck them. I want people to take their mask off. I want people to take their mask off. I'm sick of subversive little twats that try to pretend that they want your cause and they want to do the things that you want. Take your mask off. I don't mind.
The Johnny Bravo.
You know, I had the opinion early on with my channel that I would never ban anyone. That's changed. now I'm seeing people, just nasty people, saying nasty stuff. In the beginning, that never happened, but now obviously, like, people are starting to talk.
Yeah, but they want freedom of speech, but they want it their way. They want it one way, don't they? You know.
Well, I don't mind nasty comments, right? You can say what you want, but you'll get banned, because my platform and my channel, it's about me trying to wake people up, not me trying to defend myself, right? I don't care what you think of me. I don't care what you think of me. It's about waking you up.
Yeah, we have nothing to prove.
You take off your mask. You call me fucking names. You don't engage in the argument. You don't give any constructive criticism. You're just nasty little bastard. You get banned.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like faceless accounts. I love it when faceless accounts come and try and dictate to me, saying you've not done anything for the movement and all this. Like, I don't care. I don't care what you think about me. And it shocks them. It shocks them. It's like, I give you no value. I give you no value.
Things you guys have been on here a heck of a lot, longer than me. And there's loads of thousands of people got brilliant channels, I mean, all these other guys that came under attack, it's just crazy. And I think, well, I've been on here 5 minutes, and I'm grateful that you let me on. But, at the end of the day, I'll speak for sort of like, same as you, really, most people in English, and proud to be English. And, I'm not going to be giving my country up so it gets taken over. So the next generation's got to fight for it,
I don't know about Vindicator. I don't know about you, dude, but I've got a folder in my browser, and it's all of the channels that I need to shout out, because we're not going to do... Dude, stop it. I know you've been supportive, but fucking hell. Right, I've got this browser folder, with all these people that I want to shout out. And the reason I'm doing this is because I don't think it's within myself to change the country. I don't think Rupert Law can do it by himself. I don't think the party.
None of us can.
I don't think the party can do it by itself. I think all of us need to join together and support each other.
Yeah, we do.
And when
everybody wants to be the knight. Everybody wants to be the knight on the horse, don't they, with a bloody sword to save the nation? It's just have a breath,
dude,
talk. Innit?
I'll be honest, right? I'll be honest. I don't interrupt you, and you seem like a nice guy. But it's common etiquette, right, on YouTube when someone's talking that you shouldn't interrupt them because it's a live chat, it's a live video. Like, it's something you just don't do. You wait until they finish, right? Is that okay?
Yeah,
I don't want to be a dick about it. But anyway, the point is, we can't do this by ourselves. We really need to join together. When someone else gets attacked, we need to support them. Like, Vindicator is a prime example of this. I want him to get more subscribers for being attacked than not being attacked. Like, this is the opposite of what YouTube wants, by the way, and the establishment. So when that happens and someone comes after someone like Vindicator, what we need to do is rally behind him and start supporting him. It's the most fundamental and most important fucking thing that we need to realize. These people will do everything they can to separate us and destroy us, and we need to do everything we can to support each other and start supporting each other.
Yeah. I mean, I said, I'm trying to think, was it last night on Graham's channel? I think I mentioned yourself and Vindicator. I said, everybody on Graham's channel, make sure you subscribe to either yourself or Vindicator's channel, just to give them an extra bit of sort of morale, because you all get kicked in the nads, don't we?
I think what we need to do is, as a community, because we are forming a community, there is an alliance forming in the background of channels, and people don't realise this, but there is. It's coming. We need to make it impossible for these people to cancel people. So if they cancel somebody, they come back even stronger than they did before, and it'll deter them from doing it in the future. They will have no way of doing this in the future, of cancelling people, because they know the minute they press that flag button, that channel is going to blow up massive and come back even stronger than it used to be. That's what needs to happen. That's what we need to do with all the small. That's why we don't want gatekeepers anymore. Like, we've got the Paul Thorpes, the Richard Inmans, gatekeepers. Get rid of them. We need to be nurturing this new generation of activists, bringing them up, getting them up to our level, and getting their voices heard too. So we're a force to be reckoned with. That's what we need to do.
Well, it's like I said a long while ago, the truth will set you free, and a lot of divisions, not the answer. It's just mad. The way people are, some people are just, it's mental, isn't it? It really,
It is, mate. Yeah. Absolutely mental. Right.
But, you know, we're all in the same boat. We all want the best, don't we?
All right.
Buddy.
So can I ask
What we'll do is,
a couple of interesting questions, if that's okay? And again, you can dice around this if you want. Vindicator, do you want to go now, or can I ask the questions?
no, ask the questions, mate. No, go ahead. Ask the questions. I'm just going to see if somebody else wants to come in. I'm just going to like remove Richie because was it Rock Ape Chappie? I'm just going to move you, mate. Because I'm going to see if somebody else wants to come in eventually. Because I'm going to open the thing before I go.
Yeah,
All
no
right,
problem, mate. Yeah, it's a
All
pleasure
right,
to be on.
mate.
Thanks, buddy. It's nice to have a chat with you. Buddy.
Nice to see you, buddy.
No problem, mate.
Wow, the chat was like fucking Vindicate. Dino Bane interrupts all the time. I probably do, actually. I'm being honest with that. I probably do. Fucking hell.
It's when you're desperate to get a point across, though, isn't it? You think, yeah, I'm agreeing with that sort of thing. But I get where he's coming from. But
yeah, I did. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. You're right. Yeah.
Yeah, go on. Ask your question.
I'll wait until the guy comes on. Is that okay? We can
else
talk about something. You want to talk about something random?
Yeah, there's nobody else coming in, mate. So just ask your question. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Fuck. Okay.
I dropped the link, but nobody's come in yet. So.
All right. I wanted to ask them though, not you.
Okay, I'll drop the link again. I'll drop another link. Right. If anybody wants to come in and have a chat, you can do so. Don't mind if you disagree, but keep it clean. We don't want another event happening.
Anyway, in the meantime, I'll ask you something random.
Go on,
I'll try and think of something. What do you think about submarines?
Submarines?
Yeah. What the fuck are those things?
You mean Jeff Taylor's submarines?
No, I just mean really submarines. Like you live underwater for 4 months at a time. All right. What do you think about that?
That's a bit random, but yeah.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
they're okay, I suppose.
Have you ever heard about the living conditions and the things they've got to be like? Fucking fine. Oh, fucking hell! It's the Green Arrow. Jesus Christ! He's gonna call me a fucking alien or something. What'd you call me? You bastard! The fucking weird. What's he called me on his channel? The fucking something.
I'll just say to the people at backstage, I will bring you all in eventually. All right, guys. I'm just gonna have a conversation with these two first. All right.
Okay, guys.
How you doing,
testing
buddy?
tongue. You can hear me this time, Vindicator.
Yeah, I heard you last time. You just couldn't hear me.
I think I was the lucky one. Hail the mighty Dino Bane.
Wait.
King.
What's your actual fucking nickname for me? It's like a Morlock or something. Or what do you call me? The
Mekon.
The Mekon.
Yeah, he's ruthless, the Mekon is. Seriously, Dino Bane. Yeah, I'm sorry that our names are linked together forever. They reckon it's the biggest bromance on the internet.
Well, it just might be, but your wife might be jealous. But I'll be honest, it doesn't matter because all you do is WhatsApp her. So you can be fucking me and she'll just be in the room oblivious. We'll be in the kitchen together.
Hey, Dino Bane, I've been trying to get her to join a wife swapping club. After these many years, I could do with the replacement. I tell you, she's 12 years younger than me, right? I remember her when she was a teenager. I kept an eye on her, like. Anyhow, she's 12 years younger than me, and I thought, right, I'm getting old now, so I want someone to look after me in my old age. Wipe away the dribble and to wipe my bum when I can't do it anymore. Anyhow, what did she go and do a couple of years ago? She went and had a bloody accident, and now I have to look after her. God. I told her I'm going to trade her in. Hey, Vindicator. Sorry, Dino. Dino, was you going to interrupt me then? I know you don't like people interrupting you.
Touche.
I know. I love your videos, mate. I really do. I look forward to them every day, and I like the different styles that we've got. I like your style. I like the Vindicator style, the Ghoster, and Saxon Thor really rocks it. He won't be around long, I tell you.
See, that's the difference. We're not all clones of each other like certain individuals we can point to, but yeah.
Oh, Vindicator, I'm glad you're here.
Well, yeah, it's my live stream, so I will be here.
Right, I'm off.
You fucking done him. He's gone. He's out.
Vindicator, tell us again about those body cams. I thought they were brilliant.
You want to have a look at? Do you want to see it again, the body cam?
Well,
No, he just wants to see you, buddy. He's after you now. Right, he's done with me. He's after you now.
But seriously, though, get one of these. They're awesome.
I fully intend to, my friend.
Yeah, there we go. There we go.
There you go.
Right. Okay, thanks, Vindicator. Good stuff. Paul Thorpe's been having a paste in this morning, hasn't he? I saw come up, and first of all, there was that Simon Tomlin was taking a kick. Then I think you took a kick. Then Saxon Thor took a kick, and I thought I might as well take one, so I just uploaded a kick to him as well.
When everyone says Simon Tomlin, I always think of that guy from the Lotus Eaters. What's he called? Is it the same name, right?
Connor Tomlinson. Yeah,
Connor Tomlinson. Sorry, yeah. Fuck. Okay, there we go. All right. For the chat that's as retarded as me.
There will be people. Does Simon Tomlin actually like anyone?
Look at the faces.
I can't see him. I haven't got the chat on.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
He's never going to live that down, is he?
I mean,
ever.
I mean the guy.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Oh, Jesus.
Hey, he's got 350,000 subscribers. Yeah. And I feel sorry for him because he hasn't got a clue. So it means we're going to grow to a mighty size if they let us, which they won't.
I'll be honest, Paul, if we're being honest with each other, if you look at a channel with that kind of reach and that size, and they get that kind of viewership, then there's something weird going on there, right?
Yeah.
I mean, look at your channel, right? You've got what is it now? It's 5? Is it 5,000?
Weird going on there, right? Yeah. I mean,
so you got your live stream on, yeah.
Patriot, before you come on the chat, turn off the volume on the thing that you're watching.
Yeah, I turned it off all
I feel like the daddy telling people fucking etiquette here. But I am English, so there we go. That's what we've been doing for the fucking entirety of our existence. We teach people etiquette.
I think some people
finish what you were saying about Paul Thorpe's channel. You were talking about his size.
Okay. All right, I'll do that, and then I'll get back to the comment that just said that Thailand has been living in a foreign country for 10 years. And we may as well address this and get it out in the open, because everyone says I run away from this, but it's not true. So Paul Thorpe, right, he's got a giant channel, right? Hundreds of thousands of subscribers, and yet he's got less or maybe equivalent views to somewhat of my size, which is a very small channel. And then Paul Thorpe, Green Arrow, sorry, he's got views that exceed his channel size. Vindicator's got views that exceed his channel size. But Paul Thorpe, unfortunately, I don't know why, fuck knows why, he's got like views that are tiny compared to his channel size. And you've got to wonder why.
Can I explain this? Can I explain why?
Sure.
It's because he started out in a different community to what he is in now. He didn't start off as a political channel. He started off as a watch seller. So his community, they weren't interested in any of his videos anymore. So now he's got a very reduced audience to what he used to have.
I've never said that. I've never talked about his past or anything. I've never tried to criticize the way he looks. I've been quite ambivalent with the way that Paul Thorpe conducts himself and his channel and his past, all of this stuff. Very, very ambivalent. Use his own words. That's all I've done. That's all I said for now.
Can I just say this as well, right? If he had started off as a political channel, he wouldn't have been as big as he was. He wouldn't have made it because he's got too much of a thin skin. He wouldn't have made it.
Yeah.
His channel would have died.
So getting back to the second point, yes, I do live abroad. I've been out of the country for about 10 years now. I didn't leave because I was being investigated or I was scared of being arrested, but fuck, I will not come back because I do believe that. I've criticized Shabana Mahmood. I've called her some things in my videos. I've criticized Islam, which is now Islamophobic. I've done all kinds of things. I'm not trying to like justify this. I left because of work, right? Work was work. I left, and now I just don't believe under this government that I have the security that I would usually have coming back to my own fucking country. So that's the only reason I'm not coming back right now. And by the way, I need to say this, like the country I'm in right now, that's not my home. I'm staying here temporarily. My home is England. That's why I do what I do.
Dana Ben, I'm not criticizing anyone. Actually, Paul Thorpe in Spain, I've spent a long time working overseas in different parts of the world as a IT contract manager. So I don't knock you for that at all. I mean, I had a chance to live in Spain. I'm doing really well out there. Lived opposite the president, all paid for by the company. Crowds used to walk up the street and they'd be waving at me up on my balcony. And the president was on the other side of the road going, who the fuck is he? So I'm not knocking you. I work with Rua Castillo con Rua Brancamp.
I think it's just a diversionary tactic. It's something to try and destroy your character. It's an ad hominem, basically. They're trying to say, well, how dare you say this because you don't live here? It's got nothing. I can do a job here better than I could in the UK. What I'm doing right now, I think I've got.
Sorry, kind of.
I'm not saying. Oh, it's pretty. It's prevalent. I'm in Thailand right now.
I've been there. Bangkok, love it.
Not long term though, because I keep moving from country to country because of I don't want people to know exactly where I live for security reasons. You know, I've criticized Israel. I'm not suicidal, by the way. So for security reasons, you know, I just move a little bit now and again. I don't want to stay in one place for too long, and that's fine. And when the UK opens up, when the UK opens up and it allows its own citizens to openly have free speech and criticize the people that are currently trying to lock us down, yeah, I'll definitely be back. And if there's a massive fight, which I'm not sure, I'm not saying there will be, or I want. But if there is, maybe the government will be distracted long enough, short-term enough even, that I can come back and join in that as well. And that's all I'll say on that.
Okay, fair enough, Dana Bain. But everything you were talking about, I've been through it. I've had the Muslims after me, put an intifada on me to chop off my head. I've had the gay homosexual community after me, after I wrote an expose about the real nitty-gritty of homosexual sex. And then I had the conservatives after me, David Blunkett after me for a story I did on the things. But what set off the entire country when I said this was after the late Queen said that we should be more understanding to people from the Commonwealth. And I wrote an article saying I'd rather see her read on a pole than on a stamp. And that set the country alight for a couple of weeks. So that was good fun. I've had them all after me.
You want to jump in, Vindicator? Because I've got a point to this if you want to get in first.
No, mate, you go for it. I'm just watching the chat. I'm having to like mod the chat a bit because we've got some idiots in there.
All right, bud. Well, I think what's important here is to understand that there's people that will come after you. Now, they might be English sometimes, but probably not. But there's a lot of people that will come after you because they hate you and they're from other countries and other ideologies and they believe in different things that you do. And all we're doing as a group, I think everyone here would understand, we're just saying it's England for the fucking English. And no one said that for a generation or more. And that's what's terrifying to these people. That's terrifying to them because they've grew up believing that it is England for them.
Yeah.
So I'm done with that. Fuck that shit. It's England for the English.
I don't understand. You know what? I don't understand why that is such a controversial thing to say. I don't get it. It's like no other country in the world. If they said that, if they said Americans for the Americans, nobody give a shit. Nobody care because it's like, well, yeah, well, of course it's Americans for the Americans. But the minute we say English for the English, oh no, ethno-nationalists, you're evil, you're Nazis, you're fascists,
Islamophobe,
Islamophobe, yeah. all the buzzwords come out. It's like, why?
Vindicator, Dynabane. Listen, for the first time since 2015, I'm starting to feel hope that this time we can win. The British public didn't listen to us in 2015. They are listening to us now. I'm just so glad this is happening because so many of my friends know the Patriots. I've been to their bloody funerals and they died before seeing a chance of victory. So this is great for me. Really good. Keep doing it, guys. Vindicator, chuck me out because I've got to go have my man nap is changed.
See you later, buddy. Thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
He's gone.
Yeah, a lot of people don't realize this, but I also had a bereavement in the family, and the reason that he did what he did was because he had no vision of the future. He saw what was happening, and he opted out. He was like, "All right, peace out, guys. I'm gone now." He literally just did not see how the future of this country would work out. He just saw all the shit that was happening. Killed me for a few years, don't get me wrong, but it's like all of these personal feelings. I don't want to call them anecdotes because it's way bigger than that. Like these life-changing moments. Not everyone has these. Not everyone has like the ability to understand empathy. Not everyone feels it. You know, you've literally got psychopaths and sociopaths out there, right? You've got these people that they don't understand what it means to feel something or empathize with a group of people. And I feel like oftentimes we're dealing with those people when it comes to criticism, when it comes to, again, what does it mean to be English? Timu Roskemp, right? He's constantly saying anyone could be English, but I don't think he understands how much that hurts us, right? That's a really bad thing to say. Or British, right? If I got that wrong, anyone can be British. But if you take away the British identity, as we've seen on the GB News show, well, the English identity quickly follows, and then you've got no identity while you're being swamped with millions of people in your own country. And that means that you're a man from nowhere living in a country for everyone, which means you don't exist and your history is gone.
Look at this, right? Why do you think, well, this is just a rhetorical question, right? Why do you think lots and lots of young English white men are getting behind Restore Britain? Because it's giving them an identity. It gives them something to belong to. They're so desperate for identity and for something to belong to. That's why they're getting behind it. Because for how many years now, they've been told they're the bad guys in everything. They've been demonized. They've been dragged through the mud in every situation. I mean, look at the documentary. We were talking about this the other day, weren't we? About the BBC documentary, where the guy was asking for freedom of information request. Now, all of a sudden, he's a terrorist with a sniper rifle trying to kill people in Dingle. What are they doing?
But you know what else that does? That paints a target on our back, telling all the immigrants that we're the enemy, that we hate them, that we want to kill them. So they just do nothing. They just sit back and go, well, these guys don't like me very much. They want to have a sniper target on our back. They're just going to be fine people, upstanding citizens. Or do I do something first? Because remember what Israel said? We attacked them first because they were going to attack us. So imagine the Islamists have the same mentality, right? We need to attack them first. This is fucking weird. It's weird shit. It's weird bullshit.
Let's play devil's advocate here a bit, right? So,
all right,
they're trying to draw us into a war, right? So we were a bit reluctant. We want nothing to do with that. So what they do mysteriously out of nowhere? Oh, Now Iran's got long-range weapons. They've got long-range weapons.
No, go back. What about the attack on Cyprus? Where did that missile come from?
I haven't got a clue where it came from, but
no one knows. It's definitely not Iran. It's not Iran. The MOD released a statement saying it's not Iran, but we fucking don't know where it came from. Might be some other fucking country.
The thing is, mate, right? It's like Iran is backward. I mean, they can't even produce a nuclear weapon yet, and you're saying they've got the capability to like send one over here all that distance. I mean, look at North Korea, what they've been trying to develop. They haven't even
look at his face.
Yeah, it's like, what are they even talking about? I mean, you must be stupid to think that this isn't some kind of psyop to try and trick us into getting a bit more concerned about what Iran's doing. It's got to be. Oh, this is how. Look at the news the other day. This is how they were hiding their missiles from all this sophisticated satellite technology that we've got in space that can see literally anything from 3 meters away. It's like, what are you talking about?
It's not like they've never done it before. You just look at Argentina, right? They supplied the weapons for the Argentinians. They struck the USS Liberty. They killed and hung British patriots trying to create their fucking country and then laid booby traps there. It's just like, all right, okay. Yeah, you've never done this before. You're the victims. Oh, by the way, you've got your own ambulance service now? Police force? Fucking judicial system. It's basically right. All the things that like we're talking about with Islam when it comes to, we don't want that. That sounds kind of fucking crazy.
The ambulance thing, right? You know the ambulance thing, right? Do they pay for that, or do we pay for that? Is that a taxpayer-funded operation?
Well, I can tell you this much. Whatever the naysayers will try and say in your chat, do you know who's going to replace them?
No.
It's the British government, which means it's us. So whatever you say in the chat, fuck you guys. I don't care what you say. I don't care what you claim. The British government is going to replace those ambulances on our benefit, you know, as we did the mosques that got burned down. We replaced them and gave them an additional £10 million for one mosque. How much does a fucking mosque cost? Well, it's £10 million apparently. Even though it didn't burn down, it was just a literal fucking petrol bomb or whatever they did in the entrance of the mosque that didn't even burn it down. But anyway, £10 million. £10 million.
On the back, not to mention the millions of pounds they're going to use to defend synagogues and mosques from harm as well on the back of that.
Meanwhile, a church burns down.
Nobody gives a shit.
No one gives a shit. Oh, by the way, I want to make this point again. Axel Rudikabana, right? He fucking killed 3 kids. It's never been called a terrorist attack. It's never been called an anti-white hate attack. But immediately, 4 ambulances burned down, and that is anti-Semitic. That is a terrorist attack. What the fuck is going on here?
I agree with you on that. It was like,
what the fuck?
We don't know the full situation of the story yet. We don't know who these people are, and yet you've jumped straight to that conclusion straight away.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Fucking amazing. What the fuck? The thing is,
right, about Rudy Cabana as well, right? It was in the basement. It was producing enough sarin gas.
Ricin.
To kill 30,000 people, and that's not a terrorist act.
No, just ignore it. And by the way, they didn't even talk about his ethnicity or who he was until, 2 weeks after he was arrested? He was a fucking Welsh choir boy. The fuck is this?
And it was a Doctor Who fan.
I'm done, guys. I'm done. I'm completely done with the mainstream media narrative. GB News is the fucking Zio News. I'm done with this shit as well. Nigel Farage owns a 2% share in this company, and he's banned Rupert Law from appearing on that channel. Fuck GB News, by the way. Fuck it completely. In Paul Thorpe's words, right? Fuck it with, what did he say? Fuck it with your anus or something? He said something, right?
Yeah.
Do you have the arsehole to criticize GB News? I do, yeah. I'm not gonna, but you should fuck it with your anus.
Let's go back to the missile thing again, right? Because for decades, I mean, for decades, since the end of the Cold War, we've had the ability to detect a launch of a missile from any country due to its e-signature because of our satellites in space. Anywhere in the world, we can pinpoint directly where it's been launched from, and yet somehow now we don't have that ability anymore. It's gone.
Yep, it's gone. It's amazing, right? Imagine that we didn't have all this technology that we invented. We're suddenly just believing GB News and saying, "Oh, we're completely fucking defenseless, guys." Iran, look at the graphs, right? Look at the circles on the map. Look how far they can spread the circles, right? You just need to be worried.
You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of the circles of COVID infection during COVID. That's what it reminds me of. Yeah,
it's perfect. Wow, these guys they don't change. They use the same tactics. They're probably the same people making this shit up. I'm tired. I'm tired of the psyops. Fuck them. Their ambulances are gone. Well, you shouldn't have fucking burned them, should you? Huh? Don't burn your own fucking ambulance. Fucking dicks. Dude, you're not going to get banned for this, by the way. I'm saying everything above the board. I'm not targeting groups. I'm not targeting people or individuals. There's nothing wrong with what I'm saying.
I think we both agree that we treat people on a case-by-case basis. If you are shitty to us, then there you go. Yeah, it's not, and anybody that's against this country, any extremists that are against this country, any of them, I don't agree with them, regardless who they are. That's my stance on everything. If you're trying to interfere in our politics and you're trying to lobby our government through nefarious means, then I'm against you. Doesn't matter if you're Jewish, doesn't matter if you're an Islamist or anything like that. I'm against you because you shouldn't have any control over my life or the laws in my country. You shouldn't.
Vindicator is a very more careful individual from what happened recently, but I think you need to understand, dude, everything I'm saying right now, I know for a fact, 100%, it's 100% not going to get you in trouble. Every single thing I say. I've been doing this for years. I know exactly how far I can go and what I can say. And I'm not targeting entire groups, YouTube, obviously. Stop being weird about it. That doesn't need to be said because I didn't say it, but let's say it anyway. Not entire groups. And in fact, I've clarified that there's certain Jews, for example, we're allowed to say that word, right? There's certain Jews, and I've said it on my channel as well, dude, it's fine. There's certain Jews that actually do not support the things that are happening right now in Iran and the narrative that's being pushed in the media. So talking about it is relevant, even to fellow Jews. It's relevant. You need to point out the voices that are speaking loudest if they claim that if they claim that you're not allowed to talk about them. That's the most, of course, right? The people that say you're not allowed to talk about them, they're probably the people you should talk about. I'm being honest with you guys. Those are the very fucking people you should talk about loudest. And yeah, I've had videos upon videos talking about Islam and Muslims, but guess who's not making the waves right now? It's not Muslims. It's certain people in the Middle East.
Well, let's talk about
control
Benjamin Netanyahu. What is it, Benjamin Netanyahu? Whatever his name is. Right before all this war kicked off, right? His own people were protesting against him and his government because they didn't like him.
He was about to be locked up. He was about to be arrested. Actually, yeah. So
we're making a distinction from the Israeli state and the Jewish people. Yeah.
Yes.
The Jewish state is evil, like all other governments. They are doing things that are really dodgy behind closed doors, whilst pretending to be whiter than white. All governments are doing that. America, Britain, everybody. Obama proved this when he revealed about all the spying that was going on behind closed doors, even about his allies. Allies spy on each other. They're all doing nefarious things in each other's countries that we don't want to know about, that they try to keep from us anyway. And Israel's no different. No different at all. Yeah, we should always have a right to criticize the governments of other countries that are doing dodgy shit. That's it.
And YouTube, once again, reiterating, he is just criticizing the government. All right? You censorious bastards.
Yeah, the government of Israel. You know, we treat the people case by case, but the government is an entity. It's a political entity that is up there to be criticised because it's in the public interest to do so. Yeah. And they don't like that. And, you know, I want to draw a conclusion here, right? Because as Tommy Robinson paved the way for people to talk about grooming gangs, Dino Baines paved the way for people to talk about Israel. Yeah. The Israeli government. That's what he's trying to do. So we can all have the conversation. That's all we need to do is have the conversation.
I don't want to be that guy because that guy's going to get fucking murdered, isn't he? So don't do that. Don't say that, dude.
Target.
Fucking hell. Okay. Yeah, I'm not that guy, by the way. I will talk about it, but I don't want to be that guy. Jesus.
Yeah. Paul thought watching your videos, you get drone struck. Look at his face.
Yeah, that's the last frame on the drone. The camera on the drone as it circles in. It's like, look at his face.
Look at his face.
Yeah, we're joking about it, but who knows, right? Who knows?
Who knows? Yeah. Just watch out. Watch out for the dodgy Russians with syringes, mate, as well.
Well, it's a good job I'm an absolute recluse that doesn't really enjoy other people's contact or conversations.
Yeah.
All right, buddy. It was a good conversation. We've had fun.
Yeah, I'm gonna get off now as well.
I'm gonna wait for the drone strike and we'll just see what happens.
Tempting fate, but not tempting fate. Right, great to have you on, mate. Brilliant to always have you on, mate. And thanks for the shout outs you've given me. I really appreciate it, buddy. Really do.
I'll do more. I'll do more. I want parity with all these channels. I want everyone to have the same viewership that I do. Like, fuck this bullshit of trying to steal views or trying to corner the viewership. No, let's all have everyone on parity. I don't mind that.
Yeah, that's how it used to be. That's how it used to be on YouTube. Do you remember being on YouTube when we used to have do video responses? People could actually respond to your videos with videos. They could leave it under your video and you could respond to it. That's when we actually had a community, though.
Fuck, I don't remember that. No.
Yeah, I've been on here since 2005, mate. So
I'm old enough, but I don't remember doing that.
Yeah, we used to have video responses in the community. They took it away because they wanted to get rid of the community because they didn't like it. So, yeah,
they're taking a lot of stuff away, like the 5-star rating. I love that. That was awesome.
God. The vote botting got rid of that though. The vote botting times. Remember those?
That was cool. 5 stars.
Yeah, 5 stars.
All right, buddy.
All right,
take
mate.
it easy.
You too, mate.
I want to say one thing for you subs that are watching, because I don't think you mentioned this enough. So Vindicator had to move recently because the government took away his housing and they forced him out of his house into a new house that had 0 furniture and absolutely no necessities to live there. It was basically a fucking empty house in the middle of nowhere, away from his family and friends, and told him, all right, you fuck off there because you said some things about the government, purportedly, maybe, who knows. So what he's doing right now, I think, is absolutely fucking amazing. The fact that he's kept going and kept making the videos anyway, because that was an implicit threat, if you don't know. I think it's wonderful what he's doing, and I'll support this guy forever.
I'll be honest with you, right? I'll be honest with you. I think making the videos at that time is what helped me get through that period of time as well. It was just an outlet of anger of what they were doing. Because at the time, I was seeing all these people, all these new arrivals in the country getting the keys to new houses and stuff, fully furnished houses and that. And my kids had to sleep on floorboards. We're getting there now. We're getting there now. We're not doing too bad now. But it was awful. We had 6 months of my kids sleeping on a mattress that had been donated to us. My partner, 2 kids on a mattress with nothing. We couldn't even get the crisis loan from the local council. We had to jump through. No, you're not eligible for it. Because I've worked.
Let's get the country back, guys. Yeah, let's get the country back, because fuck this bullshit. Fuck it all. Fuck it all. Yeah. Let's get the country back. And if our last point, if Rupert Law turns around and betrays everyone, like every single politician ever, and I'm saying there's no heroes. I want him to be 100% fucking true to what he's saying. If he does turn around and betray the country, I don't know what's going to happen, but it's not going to be good. There's going to be a massive, massive betrayal of the very people that have never voted. And there's a reason we didn't vote. So if we get betrayed on this guy, this party, this issue.
I will say this as well, right? If anything happens to Rupert Lowe before the next general election, equally, that is going to kick off. I think this country is going to ignite. I've said this in Morning Walk videos. Yeah. We're not going to accept rule from the Green Party. No way. Not knowing who's behind them. I give it like the next day. If they get into power, the next day things will kick off in this country. 100%.
Well, again, last point. I do feel that they're going to create a uniparty if Restore Britain gets too big, like they did in Germany, like they did in France. But I don't think that's democracy. I think that's just the uniparty joining together to beat democracy. But let's see, right? If we've got 50% that don't vote, we've got another God knows how many people that will just come to our side. Like you said in your last video, we might have a sweeping majority that this country's never fucking seen before. And I think that's worth it. It's worth doing all of this shit. It's worth risking your life, risking your livelihood, risking your family. Everything that we're doing right now is worth it for that one chance of taking the country back.
You know what I want to be able to do? The morning after the 2029 general election, when Rupert Lowe's walking to 10 Downing Street, I want to be there with some popcorn watching all the lefties and all the salty tears, because it's going to be on a magnitude we've never seen before. It really is.
Well, we'll be the first Western nation that does this. Think about it. I know everyone believes, like, I thought Trump was the guy, right? But I think Trump, fuck me, the Epstein files, my God. There's a reason that America's bombing Iran right now, and Trump is going, hey, it's fine, don't worry about it, just don't fucking look at those files. I think there's a very good reason, but I wish he was the guy. I wish he was. I don't think Rupert Lowe has that in his locker. There's no one that can blackmail him like they have with Trump. Maybe, don't know, 100%.
That's why I think that when he launched Restore Britain, they came at him so hard in the first few weeks because they just wanted to kill that momentum in any way they could. And we've seen the people, they've revealed themselves, even within this movement, who they are, who tried to do that. And
I just don't know what the fuck you're talking about, mate. Fucking don't know what you're talking about. I'm so fucking confused.
I'm confused.
All right, buddy.
These people, mate, yeah. Right, that's it. I shall see you all soon. This is Vindicator, sign off. I shall see you all later. See you all soon, guys.
We did that in sequence. That we didn't plan that.
Look at that. That's synchronization, mate.